Yo, JD here, TRL Limitless, and as you can see here today, we're going to be back in another segment of my F1 tips video, which will hopefully be quite a long series. Plan to do a lot of videos on this to help you guys out. And today we're going to be talking about the no racing lines and basically the best way I feel to not use the racing line. And in my opinion, if you don't use it, you're definitely just going to improve your speed as a driver and just your overall package of what you can do in terms of racecraft, wheel to wheel, and just reaching your raw potential and speed as well, because the actual race line used, in my opinion, on these games is not really optimal for your true potential lap time, what you can do. So what I mean by that is I don't think it's really the optimal racing line, the same braking points, and just the right traction zone, so just going on the throttle application correctly. I feel if you turn it off and learn it yourself with your own references and just through feel, then you'll definitely improve as a driver on this. And that's just useful for career mode if you want to get into a league with no assist, or if you just genuinely just want to improve as a player, then this is definitely something I feel you need to do. And I feel you do need to not use no assist. I think you can use traction control if you like. If you're a casual player, then that's absolutely fine. If you want to use ABS and traction, then I'm completely all for that. But in terms of no racing line, I feel it's something you shouldn't. If you want to just improve and have more fun as well, then I think that's definitely something you need to turn off. In terms of actually turning it off, then I feel you just got to turn it off completely. So don't mess about with just the corners only or anything like that. I feel if you want to turn it off, like here, so if you go in this, the corners only or full, I would just go completely off like this. That's personally what I would do, because just doing that, you're just not going to give yourself the right preparation or time to actually learn it properly. So we're going to go in a 5-lap race here against the Ultimate AI, and I think we're going to go around Spain. I think we have chosen. So yeah, we're going to go around Spain. And through this, if you want me to do this for other tracks and stuff as well, then I can maybe do it for just going through the calendar, just on my braking points. Or I just really feel like I'll just do a tips and tricks video where I'll just go in real detail for each track in terms of strategy, setup, braking points, and fuel strategy and stuff as well. I'll just do that for every single track as well. So if you did like this video, normally I don't ask for likes, but if you did, then please leave a like because it shows me you want to keep seeing this. But we'll move on to this now. And basically I'll just be going through 5 laps, trying to go as fast as I can whilst I'm talking, and just going through my mind of where I'm braking, what I'm looking for each corner, how I'm approaching each corner, and just kind of like my thought process for each corner. So we'll go put on a setup now. This is not necessarily what I would actually use, but we're just going to do this. So yeah, I think that'll be good enough for this video. And let's see, so on the grid, just try and get a good start to not muck about with this AI, but wow, what a start. So this is a tip video. If you want a good start, then just watch that as well, as we downshift too early. So right, so we'll just go through this first lap, just having a bit of a warm-up before trying to really attack the track. But as I said, if you want to improve as a player, both casually and want to get into hardcore racing as well, then this is definitely something you're going to have to do. And as well as manual gears, that's definitely something, in my opinion, that I feel everyone should really do if they're playing a racing game. But the way I learnt it is, as I said, I used to use a racing line back in 2011 and stuff when I first started playing that game. And then when I joined leagues like ARL and TRL as well, I learned that I had to turn it off because those leagues didn't allow it. But it's something I had to do as well because all the top drivers did it. And you can get good speed using the racing line, but I feel using your own reference points and your own braking points and everything, it's like using your own gears when to gear down, same as the gearbox manual, then that is definitely going to make you nearer to your potential. So as always, try and start the lap really well, so we've done that nicely. So completely flat out through here, no DRS because we're in the lead, but rich mix. And for this first corner, we're looking on the left hand side of the track, so the second brake marker board. So if we look at that there, 100 meter board, as you pass that, going down 4 gears, middle of the track, you want to clip this as much as possible through here, and then as you unwind the car completely flat out through, it should be a comfortable flat out. Look for the left hand F1 2017 sign as you pass that. That's when you're going into 4 gears. Don't really need to attack this apex that much. Use most of the track, pull on the left as it goes out of view. That's when you'll be braking. Do a really late apex through here. And always unwinding the car before going on the throttle. Just before the curb starts, that's when you'll be braking. Really attack this. Keep as nice and straight as possible. And look for the left hand side as that curve finishes. A little lift and then go completely flat out through here. And for this 100 meter board, just before that, when we're going down 5 gears, 8th to 3rd, unwind the car half from this curve or miss it completely, either one of the two. Keep it really late apex for here as the curve finishes, 4th gear. Stay nice and tight to this just before the barrier. Take a lot of this curb, but not so much of a second. Trying to get a good exit off here and coming on to start finishing straight. And that was a pretty good lap actually whilst talking. And we done a 19.8, so anything in the 19s is a pretty rapid time. So that was a pretty good example. But we're going to try and go for another one. It's 100 meter board through here, middle of the track, missing it this time. So we'll see what consequence that actually has. So if you miss it slightly, but again, flat out through here, F1 2017 sign as it goes out of view. And you can see we're almost a 10th down now. So try and make up some time to try and attack the rest of this lap. This pole goes out of view. Late apex, don't need to clip the curb on the inside, but it's really important to get a late apex because then you go on earlier on the throttle. Right hand side just before that curb. Clip this if you like, but try and keep a straight line through here. Little lift as you turn in, halfway through the corner, and use this curb on the exit. And now let's see, going up to 8th gear just before 100 meter. Late apex through here, don't hit this curb on the exit, so let's try and go half on this curb this time. So a little tap, that was okay. Late apex as the curve finishes, attacking this, more speed this time. Attacking this, and could have maybe got a better exit off there, so let's see what this is going to be. I'd say it's going to be a 19.9 perhaps. A 19.6, so wow. Really doing some good times actually. I was not expecting that. But 100 meter board once again. So clipping this curb and missing it again. Just before that little barrier on the left, that's where you want to turn in. 100% flat out. F1 2017 board as it goes out of view. And we see almost done exactly the same time. So being really consistent using all the track as the pole goes out of view. That's when we're raking late apex once again. Go on the throttle as you're steering through the corner. Try and pick it up early as possible before the curb. Take it through here. Almost a corner cut, but just manage to get away with it. Attack this corner. Could have gone maybe a bit tighter that time, but a little lift halfway through the corner is what you need to do. And just try and do a late apex, a little bit of a lock up, so about a 10th down at the moment. Flat out through that corner. Again, let it drift out and then let it come back. Really late apex. Try and go into this corner nice and early, so you see not using all the track in the exit and missing the curb that time a little bit. So I imagine this is going to be a 20.0, maybe a 20.1. So you can see missing those corners will probably cost us a little lap time, but we've done a 19.8 again. So again, I'm pretty surprised by that pace. But coming into here now, saving a bit of fuel, 4 gears, always clipping this curb and missing this. Just before the yellow barrier ends on the left, that's your turning point, 100% flat out. Use all the track in the exit. F1 2017 board as it goes out of view. Turn into this. Want to hit this around about the middle of the apex for this corner, but don't really need to hit early or late. Pole goes out of view. Late. You can see going on the throttle as we're turning, so you can definitely get away with it around there. Just before there. And then can go early in the throttle for this. As the curve finishes, let's try and get nice and tight this time, so definitely tighter this time, using the curb on the exit and going up to 8th, down 5 gears now at a 100 meter board, 5th gear. Don't hit this curb on the exit, let's try and go in half on this one. So let it drift out and let it come back as the curve finishes. Stay tight to this, as you can see. Let's try and attack this corner. Got a decent exit coming up here. and let's see what we can do. If it's a 19 again, I'll be pretty happy with that. So let's see. I don't know what that was, but I think we did a 19 every lap. So that was a pretty perfect example. And that is just my mindset when I approach these corners. In terms of learning it, as I said, I think you just got to go in a Grand Prix mode, do what I did there, and just doing lap after lap with clear air, so maybe turn down the AI, but just do it in clean air, and you'll just pick out your own reference points. Those aren't the ones that you have to choose. There's other tracks where other people choose different ones. It doesn't have to be in line exactly with where you're braking as well, if that makes any sense. So you could pick something on the track, and sometimes once I'm a half a second past that, that's when I brake, or sometimes even like a second past it. If it's not a clear reference point in line horizontal to where you're braking, then that's what I use. So that is really just kind of an in-depth explain of how I approach each corner, exactly what I'm thinking whilst I'm going into the corner. But we'll look at the race director now, and 19.8688. So yeah, that's pretty consistent and pretty happy. And I think the first sector we did a 25.5, and then 22.5, 22.5, 22.5, 22.5, and the last three laps 22.585, 0.587, 0.587. So that's pretty consistent, and that's key as well. Once you get used to this, you'll see your consistency go through the roof, because I feel using a real racing line, it's very hard to be consistent with it as well, because it's not clear cut exactly where you need to brake and go on the throttle as well. So in terms of learning it, turn it off completely, do something like this, and lap after lap you'll make your own reference points, whatever suits you. So if you want me to do this for each track, then let me know. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video, it was useful to you, and thank you for the support. See you next time. Cheers.